Okay, so top 10 power forwards as we round this whole thing out. Power forward is probably the weirdest position because I don't know who is actually a power forward anymore. I'll just tell you a few I don't consider and a few I do consider, and if you ask me to really dive into why I feel like that, I probably can't give you an answer, to be honest. But I don't consider any of the Celtics wings to be power forwards. Hayward, Tatum, Jalen, even though one of them will be technically playing power forward this season. I actually think Horford would be a 4 now, because he's obviously going to be a 4 for Philly when him and Embiid are in the game. And because he's going to be that for the next forever until his contract is out, I just feel comfortable putting him there. Even if he will be playing center at times as the backup with Ben Simmons, I get that. I'm considering Jaren Jackson to be a power forward because Valanciunas is the starting center for the Grizzlies, even if I think long-term Jaren should be a center. I would also consider Anthony Davis to be a 4, even if he is, of course, best at center, but it seems he wants to play the 4 spot. I think he will play center when he really has to, clutch situations, all that. Yada, yada, yada. All right, let's do this. I'm going to start from the top, because I don't know. The Giannis versus AD conversation is a very interesting one. I think Giannis is better, but I could be proven wrong on that one by the time this season is over. Look, there's a case to be made that Anthony Davis is secretly the best player in the league, and I will not dispute you if you feel that way, but I just feel better putting Giannis number 1 and AD number 2. Next up, I'm going to go Pascal Siakam at 3. I think he's just going to keep on getting better. I don't know if we're going to see him just busting out ISO after ISO this year. I know he does it more than never in games, and occasionally he does it kind of a lot. But I don't think we're just going to see him basically being like a Paul George-esque wing who's just taking guys off the dribble constantly. Do I think that's in Siakam's future? Honestly, at this point, probably. But even so, I could picture him getting to 20, 21 points a game and doing Siakam things, running like a crazy person in transition and busting out spin moves and offensive rebounds and floaters, and his 3 could get a little better as well, so yeah. And I know Kawhi's not there, I know Danny Green isn't there either, so the spacing's probably going to be a little worse, but I just think Siakam's going to figure it out. I have Blake at number 5, and a lot of this is just because I'm scared that Blake's going to get hurt. It's kind of like the Chris Paul thing I did with the point guards. So, yeah, look, if Blake has another 75-game season, and he carries the Pistons to the 8th seed, then I'd be totally fine putting him over Siakam. But it's just Blake. I've said this so many times this offseason, I'm getting tired of saying it, but he's had so many years of missing time. I just think he's going to do it again. So that's that. Number 5, I got Porzingis. And if we're talking about health and lasting a whole season, this is definitely the thing that you can throw at Porzingis. And yeah, it freaks me out a little bit, but I just think in Carlisle's system and just assuming that the dude has to get through a whole year eventually, that it's going to be now. And he's just going to be the dude that we've seen be great for the Knicks, and he can stretch that out for as long as he ever has. And again, if I didn't mention Carlisle's offense and playing off of Luka, although they already had some moment where one of them wanted the ball and the other one didn't give it up, and that's a little scary, but hopefully that's just a little blip that won't pop up too much. We're going with a non-box score pick, Draymond. I know everybody hates him, but he's still really good. Playmaking, defense, kicking people in the nuts. He's got to be number 6 in my opinion. So for number 7, I was going to go with Zion initially. Well, to be honest, I was actually going to put Zion number 3 before I reined myself in a little bit. But now he's going to miss time with this meniscus, so I'm already freaked out. And as a result, I'm going to drop him to something. I haven't figured it out yet. So I'm going to go Lowry Markkanen number 7. Everything I said about KP, but I just, whatever. He's number 7. Number 8, we're going to go with Horford. I mentioned that I think of Horford as a power forward now, and Yeah. See, the thing with Horford, he might average 9 points a game this season, okay? They gave him a max contract, and he's going to average 9, 6, and 4, which is going to look ugly. And I think it's really going to push the boundaries of the Horford box score versus non-box score argument that the internet has been having for the last, 6 years. But I think, when it comes to Horford, part of it is the playoffs where it's all just going to be a little better. His defense is going to be better. He's going to do more stuff off the dribble. And I still feel comfortable putting him somewhere on this. Number 9, I'm going to go Jaren Jackson Jr. You could make a case that defensively he's already arrived. Granted, I think he's going to be like a 5-time Defensive Player of the Year award winner, and that's not hyperbole. I legit think he's that good, or he has that potential. But it is his second season, so that might be too much to ask for. And of course, offense goes into this as well, and, he's shown the signs, playing off a jaw. His shooting has been at least intriguing. But, I don't know. I feel like some other dudes have a higher offensive ceiling than him, like, KP and Markkanen and stuff. And then in the case of Horford and Draymond, I just think, Jaren is similar to them, but I just think for his second season, I don't know if he's going to get to their level yet in terms of the stuff that the stats don't always show. He also needs to make some progress as a passer, and he also needs to not foul as much. To get to where those two are at. And now, number 10, I'll go Zion. Okay, so initially I had Zion higher. The injury freaked me out, so I'm going to put Zion at number 10. And, in terms of other dudes you could name, Sabonis, just think he's meant to be a center. Aaron Gordon, okay. I don't think that's a ridiculous pick. There's John Collins, same thing. The box score numbers would certainly support him. Kevin Love, if he can be healthy. Paul Millsap is a non-box scorey dude. But part of me thinks Millsap, is he a little too slow at this point? I don't know, maybe. PJ Tucker would be a deep, non-box scorer stat pick, but I didn't have the guts for that one. Marvin Bagley, I don't feel comfortable putting Bagley over, Jaren Jackson. I think Jackson's just a better player. Let's see, there's also Gallo. Also, I think a fair pick. And whoever else. So we'll go down this one more time. Giannis, AD, Siakam, Blake, KP, Draymond. I already forgot. Markkanen, Horford, Jaren Jackson, Zion. There we go.